ready. Um, I had a thought, it went away. Might need to add a few more chocolate chips. Might have overdone it with the milk on this one. Your meeting started. You go. Well, I hope your meeting goes well, Gogi. If it's not too long, we might still be here when you get done. This is basically becoming hot chocolate. Yeah, I think I'm going to need a few more chocolate chips. Almost thick enough. Almost. Chocolate. I live for chocolate. Right, we're going to just put this in the oven. Just kind of store it there. It's a short one, and you mostly have to listen. Not talking. Woohoo! Yes. That just reminds me of when I was working at this one Baroque style wine bar, and they called us in for a meeting at 7 a.m. And everybody who worked there was a night owl. And so obviously I got there a little bit early, set up the coffee machine, and started making coffee for everyone before the meeting even started, so that people wouldn't, die. And half of the staff showed up in their PJs, which a lot of people apparently wore onesies to bed, which is totally fine. Um, the owner looked confused by the fact that all of their early 20s staff showed up in fuzzy animal onesies. And it was held in the wine bar, and we're all just sitting there looking all groggy-eyed because most of us did not work that day. And I go to put my empty coffee mug on the counter behind me, and I notice there's now a drink sitting on the bar behind me. And it's my favorite drink at the time. It was a blackberry mojito. And I look over at the bartender who's over there polishing glasses, and I look, and everybody else has their favorite drink sitting behind them at the bar. And I caught his eye, and he just winks at me. Later on, he told me if everyone has to tolerate a 7 a.m. meeting, they have the right to a drink. So that's so we're all just sitting there in like our onesies, drinking alcohol at 7 a.m., listening to the owner talk to us. Best meeting I ever had. Already. Just waiting for my chocolate to melt and for this oil to get hot enough. Because if the oil's not hot enough, when we go to put the cheese sticks in there, the batter won't flash fry on the outside and hold its shape, but instead it will just kind of slop off, and it can, well, it won't be pretty. That's all it comes to. It won't be pretty. Yeah, it would have made more sense to have the meeting after the bar closed because half of the staff would already be there. But having the meeting at 7 a.m. when the bar didn't even open until like 2 p.m., that was just cruel. Nobody wants to be up at that time, especially not a bunch of night owls. Chocolate chips. Oof. All right, so I'm thinking that when we begin, I'm going to move the camera over to this side so that there's a top view. I'm not patient enough for this. Where's my little pot? I am not a patient person. And we're just going to very gently heat this. Don't do this. I don't endorse this, but I rarely do what I say is correct. If you want to warm up chocolate and milk, you typically want to put it in a double boiler. But I'm not patient enough for that. So I'm just going to stir continuously.